Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Golden Kamuy, the final season, episode number 8. I think, yeah, episode number 8 reaction. Right, the previous episode, Ashipa was able to get out of Surumi's grasp, but before that she had to like talk about, not talk, but she had to reveal that code, that name. What was the code? Horkyu Oshikuni. Yeah, that like Wilk's name to Surumi. And yeah, after that, Ashipa was able to get away from there. Sophia as well, I think, yeah. And now we are currently at a situation where everyone's kind of in the same position. Surumi was able to figure out the code, or at least that's what he claims, and now they're on their way. Also, Ashipa's group have been able to, after Ashipa gave like came to a realization how to take care of the fake the fake skins. We are also one step closer because now we can differentiate between which is real, which is fake one. And we also know the location. So all in all, all the groups are currently in the same situation in the race, kind of. So yeah, let's see how this goes and what happens to at the end. So let's get started. Obviously, I will be putting the timer only. The subtitles won't be provided because of certain situations in my channel. I won't be providing subtitles from here onwards. So sync the original video that you'll be watching alongside my reaction with the help of the timer. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, we are currently in a flashback. What the hell is going on here? Okay. Oh, Tokyo Love Story. Ah! Oh, there he is. Wait, is that Sugimoto? First Division training candidates. Is that Sugimoto? Yeah. Yeah, that's Sugimoto, I think. I couldn't recognize him. Let's hear the voice. Yeah, that's Sugimoto. Come on. Norabo. Trey. Oh, okay. Okay, so I read the comments. Yeah, I didn't realize he's pretend to be him at an arranged meeting. Oh, I see. Kaneko kaheko. Damn. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Prettier than they look. Yeah. Nasty personality. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's how he won't have to become the flag bearer. Right. And now he's okay. So now he's bringing in Sugimoto. Right. True. True. That's why all these roundabout, you know. Hmm. Yeah, that is true. So he needed someone like okay. Hmm. Oh, that's why he said don't get this messy. Yeah, you cannot eat like just like put everything in your mouth at the same time. Yeah. Damn. Oh, yeah. Oh no. True. Oh, oh no. Wait, he. uh, it's just Yeah, it's just a joke. uh, mm. Oh boy. Roku. Hmm. Yeah, this is like a whole new. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's why. Wow. Yep. Damn. Yeah, he remembers his own story. Yep. Wait, is this the first time we've seen her face? Or did they show it before? No, I think they showed it before. I just forgot. Because I remember them never showing her face for a long time. Oh, damn. Damn. Hey, yo, chill! You're in the middle of the street. Oi! Face it and apologize. Bruh. Crazy. This it's exactly the. Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is, they actually want you to. Wait, should I? Am I supposed to know that person from a previous season or something? Some connection I'm forgetting. That's a good question. Mm, it probably won't, because the girl actually wants to marry you now more. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, okay. Damn. Oh no. Yeah. Well, I'm you actually. Good lord. Damn, he actually went in and asked him. Hmm. Yeah, that's the question. No, what do you want? It's sweating. No, not your father. What do you want? That's the question here. Hey! Damn! That's what. Why you're here asking? No. Oh, then you almost killed him during fun. Ah. Yeah. There you go. Oh no. Is that okay? Hey! Oh my god! Bruh! Oh lord. General Okuda Hidenobu, Army 1st Division Commander. Hmm. I'm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think he's thinking about that. He has his own. Damn. Ah, this is okay. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Oh no. Ah, god damn it. Yeah. He'll probably put two and two together now, and he'll like, oh, that guy. Oh god. Yeah, this plan, the stereotypical dropping things on pants and then being like, "Oh, come this way." Yeah. Eh. Oh my god. What the hell is going on here? Everyone is like, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. He just came up and brought it up. She's a nurse. Oh, that's why she knows. Yeah, he doesn't want her son to go through that. Oh boy. Oh, he said it. Well, it's failed. Mission failed. Bruh. Ah, don't bring. Yeah. What is going on here? No. Oh. He's like, wait, that's not my brother. Okay, that's it. In the end, everything just typical Golden Kamuy fashion. Everything just ended up colliding together, and yeah, it's a whole new mess now. Right. So today's episode was a flashback, basically. We get to know a lot of things. We get to know Sugimoto's connection with Kikuta. We get to know, like the whole situation with um, Ogata's brother. I forgot his name for a moment. Ogata's brother, and like that whole thing of being the flag bearer, and how um, like his father pulled this thing in the background where he wanted because he wants him to become the flag bearer. Why his mother doesn't want his son going through all of that, her son going through all of that. That whole clash in like opinions, and that's why this whole situation where both are trying like two different things. Um, then we have Surumi's group, who ended up getting mixed up with this, as we saw. Now they are also, yeah, Ogata's here, and his brother is probably on the way as well, as we saw. His brother also got to know at the end like what is going on, and this lady wants to marry Yusaku, while obviously he's actually not the person here. This is a different person. I do wonder how this is like. Now obviously things are going to become chaotic, but I do wonder if like like none of this chaos happened, what decision would this girl actually come to? She probably would have like kind of like refused this marriage as soon as she realized that this was Yusaku. But one thing that she said, that it doesn't matter as long as he's hot. So I do wonder which she would have picked, like, because I'm pretty sure like she wouldn't be, as we saw, she who knows, we haven't really seen Yusaku's face properly, like we still haven't seen it. So he might be actually even more handsome than Sugimoto, and then like the girl would have been in cloud nine. But in case like she likes Sugimoto's face more than him, I do wonder what decision she would have come with, like, because as she said, like I don't care as long as that person's hot, but at the same time she's also a lady from a very dignified like position, and she cannot just go and marry whoever she likes. She has this whole like duty and everything. So yeah, either way, I don't think the this whole situation is going to persist anymore. Like the things are going to go in a very different direction from here onwards, because as we know, as we see, everything's going just crazy. um yeah, so let's see what happens here onwards. um Either way, this was an interesting episode because we got a lot of past connections, I guess you could say. um and a certain chapter in Sugimoto's life we are actually experiencing now. This is obviously happening after he came back. Like like he lost his father, as we know. He was supposed to get married to Umechan. Then he left. He went to war, came back. Then obviously he saw Umechan being married, and then he congratulated Toraji, right? That's his name. And he went back again, and now this is happening. So this is happening after that. He after he goes back again, and yeah. So this is that part of his life. And also, I was going to say this is the first time he met Surumi, but no, right? He met Surumi before this. Correct me if I'm wrong. The thing about Golden Kamuy is that it's like this show is going on for quite a while. I've forgotten few things, a lot of things in the past season, so I might not be able to recall correctly. But correct me if I'm wrong. There was a section, right, where in during the war he actually met Surumi, but he didn't even realize. Well, oh no, that happens after this when he loses Toraji. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Never mind. So this is the first time he met Surumi, because I remember there was another connection, like they had, but they didn't really like realize who each of them were. That happens when I think um that was Surumi, right? Or am I mistaking someone else? When was that Surumi? When he lost his best friend, and he I think like he gave up his boat or something for someone else because he realized that his friend is gone. That part, he bumped into someone. Who was that? Was that Surumi? Was that someone else? Let me know. I'm forgetting. This is what I said. Like, and I've forgotten a few things, but I do remember the scenes. But like, there's some information in my head which kind of got like tangled up because it's been so long. I've seen these seasons. Um, right. So yeah, if that's the case, then that happens after this because currently they're still alive. Like his friend is still alive. They still haven't gone to war. Like the that war where he loses his friend. That still haven't happened. Um, so this is the first meeting with Surumi. Kind of. Right. Yeah, and yeah, that's this episode. So let's see how this goes. And yeah, now let's talk about this episode, you know, in a proper way. First and foremost, we had we get to see how uh, Kikta and Sugimoto meets. At first, I couldn't even recognize Sugimoto because I forgot how he looked like with like long hair and everything. But then he's that part was crazy. He starts beating up like people, and then he just calms down when he was fed rice by Kikuta. And this is where Kikuta's like, you can come in handy. Like here's a situation, and we want you to complete this mission. Now, let's break this up. So the whole situation, let's uncomplicate it because it's a little bit complicated. I would say not that much complicated, but let's place everything properly. So the situation here is there's two-person here who are directing the direction where this is going. One is wait, what was his name? I forgot his name. I was literally calling his name a few moments ago. Hanazawa Yusaku, right? Yeah. The one like person in this whole thing is Hanazawa Yusaku's father. The other person is Hanasaka Yusaku's mother. Both of them want two different things. Father wants him to become the flag bearer, you know, and go to the join the army and all that stuff. His mother doesn't want him to go to war, you know. So they want two different things. Obviously, if this is a normal situation, they can talk with each other, but no, the situation is a little bit complicated because he is, his father is in a very high position. He cannot literally just, you know, talk like this because if this thing gets public, then people will talk and, their reputation is going to go down. A lot of problems is going to start. So they cannot talk to each other properly like normal people and come to a decision. That's why his father is like, yeah, my son is going to go to the army and become the flag bearer. His son is like, my father wants this, I'm going to do it. Obviously, he still never mentioned what he wants. When Sugimoto asks him multiple times, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? He's like, oh no, my father, my father told me, my father wants this. And he never said anything along the lines of, yeah, I want to do it. Like this is my choice. So we don't know what his son wants. Probably he doesn't want to become the flag bearer, but he has to put up a like a thing. So his father wants him to do that, and for that to happen, he needs to stay pure because the flag bearer must stay pure. So no marriage, no connection with other girls, nothing. None of that. His mother was a nurse before. She has seen like the reality of war. Obviously, his father has also seen, but his mother doesn't want his son to go through all of that. So obviously because she cannot express that directly because of certain situations and a lot of other overcomplication like that's going to happen if she directly voices her opinion. She decides to put Yusaku at an arranged marriage thing. Like where she chose someone, this girl, who is someone who definitely needs to get married as soon as possible. So, there's no rejection coming, nothing. You know, 80% chance she's going to accept. She chose that person, because she wants this marriage to happen. Because as soon as this marriage happens and they get together, he won't be pure anymore, and then he won't be able to become the flag bearer, and he will, have to back out. So he won't have to face war. So that's what his mother wants. So these two are happening things. Now, his father is now like, oh, I cannot let this happen. So I am going to, so he asks Kikuta with like a connection, that he asked that guy, I forgot his name, the guy that we saw, who said that, oh, he came and asked me for help. He like, he came, like, he gave me like a moment of his like weakness. And now I'm going to use that to my advantage, like all that stuff. So he came to him, and his connection he had connection with Kikuta, and Kikuta like hired or told Sugimoto to become the body double of him, impersonate him, go to the matchmaking, and make sure that she rejects him, because that's what obviously what his father wants. Um, that is the plan. The problem here is that after Sugimoto goes to this matchmaking, the girl likes him even more. And now the girl is like, oh, I want to marry him. Like in any way possible. Now she's hatching a plan to to get married to him as soon as possible. So the whole thing kind of didn't work here, the original plan. And obviously, Hanazawa Yusuke has no idea this is happening. So when he gets to know that this is happening, he rushes to see what the hell is going on. As we see, he's on the way. And on top of this, Tsurumi gets to know about this whole situation. And now he is like in this whole equation as well, and he's gotten mixed up. The funny thing here is Tsurumi's team has a certain person in his group, which is Ogata, who is the brother of Yusaku and who doesn't like Yusaku. And now he's also involved in this. And yeah, so it is, thinking about it like that, it is kind of complicated. A lot of things are happening at the same time, like tangling with everything. But this is as plain and simple as we can bring this to. This is the situation. And now, like, things are going crazy. The ending part was pretty funny, where you can see Ogata's like kind of laughing when he saw Sugimoto, because I think he realized this is like, obviously he realized that that's not my brother. He's like smiling, like this, right? And yeah, and there you go. That is the situation. So more or less, that is today's episode. Now, a few other things I wanted to talk about here. For example, the situation with Ume-chan, Toraji, and Sugimoto that he shares with Kikuta. So Kikuta, like, as you can see, Sugimoto says that when Kikuta brought it in front of him, that, oh yeah, this lady, it doesn't matter what she wants, it's an arranged marriage, she has to get married, and this is usually what happens in the high echelons of society, where you have this whole like arranged marriage, political marriage, and all that stuff. You cannot really get married to the person you want to, which is something, as Sugimoto says, like, this is so weird. She just has to get married just because. And that's what Kikuta said. So he kind of like related that situation to Ume and Toraji. Now he says, now here's the thing. It's a very interesting perspective, you could say, of what both Sugimoto and Kikuta had of this whole this situation. Sugimoto is saying that, oh, like, obviously we were supposed to be wed together, but then tuberculosis, like, my father died, and then I left, so that I didn't want her to get it, and I don't want my connection with her, because, like, obviously, like, the village just started ostracizing him and everything, so he didn't want her to go through that. So he left, and then Toraji got married to her. So he's like, I think, like, will she and Toraji, will they be happy? Because technically we both liked each other, and she probably got married to him because like some reason or whatever, and she probably still holds feelings for me. And is this how it feels like getting married to someone that someone else chose for you? So he's putting Ume in the situation of this girl, as you can see, or not this girl, but anyone in this situation. Now Kikuta has a very interesting like outlook on this, and he's like, what the hell are you saying? How dare you? you know and he says that you think her feelings stayed the same, like after all of that. You think that, because, like, the thing is, Sugimoto is thinking for both him and her. He's thinking about what Ume might be feeling, and at least that's what he's thinking. He's thinking like, oh, Ume might be feeling this, but that's not the truth. You don't know what someone else is feeling. You might try to guess what they're feeling, but it might not be right. You are talking about your feelings here, not Ume's. You know, everything that Sugimoto said here, like, will she be happy and everything, that was coming from his heart because he still has feelings for her, not the other way around. Yeah, it might be true, but you cannot guarantee. Have you asked Ume? No. You cannot guarantee and say that, oh yeah, this is what she's feeling. And that's what Kikuta said. Kikuta said that, like, so much time passed. How are you so confident that, like, the same situation has persisted? You know, she still holds feelings for you. Feelings change. So don't be as arrogant to say that, and think that that's what's happening here. And that's why he said, like point towards your village and apologize to both of them. you know and that is a very good point, because yeah, like, maybe Ume, and like, maybe she fell out and she started, she started loving Toraji more, and like, that type of thing. But then again, like I said, I think Sugimoto is right. She probably still held feelings for Sugimoto. Otherwise, or who knows? I don't know. But otherwise, like I said, like, as you can see, like, the Toraji, he acted like that when he said, like, why have you come back? She might get, like, she might still be in love with you. So why are you back and everything? And then Sugimoto kind of congratulated him and left. So I'm thinking maybe that's why she still held feelings. But there's also a possibility Toraji thought that on his own. you know Maybe Toraji is doing the same thing here as well as Sugimoto is doing. He's thinking that, oh, like, Ume still likes him, just like how Sugimoto was thinking, like, yeah, Ume probably likes me, he still got married. you know so both of them are doing this based on their own feelings about Ume, and thinking what she might be thinking, but nobody knows what she actually wanted. Like, what was the current situation at that point. Yeah, she might have liked Sugimoto at one point, but then times change, situations change, and feelings change as well. you know so that kind of thing, that is what Kikuta said, and that is actually 100% true what he said here, this part. Okay. Yeah, so Kikuta says, are you trying to say that she gave in and married Toraji, but you don't know if she is really happy? What the hell do you know about Ume-chan, you little brat? Don't get so cocky just because you're kind of handsome. Uh, okay. You really arrogant enough to think she loves you most forever. There you go. Don't give her so little credit. Now, in Sugimoto's defense, I would say that it's not arrogance. He just mistook his own feelings for. He thought that, oh, she feels the same, because whatever he said, that actually holds true for him. He said, like, oh, she married to him maybe because I wasn't there. Maybe she still likes me. But that actually is true for him. He still feels that. So he mistook that feeling for his and Ume-chan's both, because that's what they felt at one time. So, like, that's what it is. So it's not really, he's not really acting arrogant here. He just confused his own feelings for Ume-chan's, on Ume-chan's behalf. And he didn't even think that, oh yeah, it's true. Like, time passed. Maybe things change. Like, my feelings for her didn't change, but that couldn't mean the same on the other side. Yeah, so there you go. That part I wanted to talk about. So that whole section, Yukta's right. And either way, that was that. And then there was this other section. Where is that part? Oh, where Surumi talks about the Ainu's gold, where he gets to know about the Ainu's gold, and now he is like, kind of trying to, as we saw, he was pretty pissed at that guy. He's like, oh, all these people are trying to just, uh, like, where's that part? Yeah, but he's lying. He actually with Choshu, I assume. He's afraid if the Ainu gold ends up in his hands, Tatsuma faction will get stronger. And that's why he's lying, and that's why he's saying all of this. You know, yeah, and there you go. That was that, and then obviously we had that section where, the girl was trying to just like spilled the thing on him, and he's like, oh my god, you know, we made a mess. I'm so sorry. Come on, let's go to the bath. Take out your clothes, all that stuff. The typical, spilling things on your dress strategy. Oh god. Oh, and then we also another thing apart. I wanted to talk about the section where Sugimoto goes to Yusaku. Yeah, Hanazawa Yusaku goes to his place and talks to him. Um, and yeah, and he like here you can see it's pretty clear that he doesn't know what he's like. Oh yeah, my father told me. My father told me, and you know, like, what do you want? Sugimoto starts talking about ebi fry, and I'm like, bro. Yeah, if I can help raise the spirits of the soldiers on the front lines, Sugimoto smacks him 2 times. Grabs him by the collar. What you really want is fried shrimp, isn't it? Fried shrimp. Now I feel like he's actually like it is possible Sugimoto is literally talking about ebi fry, or he's like making some kind of a metaphor here. There's a possibility. Go try it and then beer hotel. um yeah, so one part of me is telling me that Sugimoto literally meant ebi fry, but then other part is telling me this was like a way of telling him that what do you want? Like you're just talking about all of that, but is it maybe it's because of something else that you're doing it? Maybe it's because of ebi fry. The ebi fry here being a placeholder of something else, you know. So yeah, there's a possibility that, but this is Sugimoto we're talking about. He probably was talking about ebi fry. So anyways, but yeah, we know what that scene signified. It was basically like, what do you want? It's just talking about what my father wants and what like everyone wants. Right. Anyways, that was that. Um oh, and then also like the connection, like, the thing that the hat and everything that Kikuta gave him is from his brother, as you can see. And that's why Hanasaku was surprised. He's like, wow, he gave it to you? Like, that's his brother who died. Like that thing. Um, yeah, right. And there you go. That was today's episode. Yeah, another fantastic episode. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, everything has gone into chaos again. Let's see how this chaos unfolds in the next episode. So that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 8, right? Yeah, of Golden Kamuy, the final season. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.